So I've come up with a pretty cool particle simulation type thing, and I wanted to share it with you guys today. Hey guys, welcome on back to TutsByKai. I'm Kai, and today we are back in Blender 2.8 once again. Taking a look at what I just said, I'm gonna go ahead and delete our default cube. I'm so sorry, default cube. We haven't used you in a while. We're gonna use you, buddy. We're gonna use you, buddy. We're gonna delete on my keyboard. I'm gonna go ahead and grab our camera, and we'll just hit Alt G, Alt R to clear the rotation and location. We're gonna hit RX 90 on my numpad to rotate that 90 degrees on the x-axis, hit GY to move our camera back, and now that we're all set up, I'll hit Shift A on my keyboard to add in a mesh. This mesh will be a plane, and we're going to leave the same exact size that it is. It works the best like this. We're going to go ahead and also hit Shift A, and we're going to, in the same exact spot, hit Force Field, Force, and now we have a force field directly on top of our plane. I'll go to the force field tab, which is the last tab, which is also the physics tab. I will change the strength from 1 to -10. Hit enter on my keyboard to confirm that. And we'll go back to our plane, and we'll add in a particle system. This is where things get all cool. With a new particle system, we'll call this parts. Boom. And what I want to do is scroll all the way on down here to field weights and turn the gravity all the way off. Now, I also want to go ahead and turn the number of particles up to like something like 5,000, and I'll change my timeline's end frame to 100 or something like that, and the end of the, well maybe we'll do 150, yeah, and then on the end frame for our particles we'll do 150 as well. And the lifetime we will change to, you guessed it, 150. And what I want to do now is, if we play this, you can see that we have this really cool simulation of all these particles coming up and kind of, you know, being forced around and stuff because the force field, and they're kind of, these are going up and these are going down, and it just looks really cool, you know, and it kind of has like this circular motion. But the way we make this even cooler is if we animate the gravity over here, you can get some really cool effects. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the first frame here, and hover our cursor over top of gravity on 0 and hit I on my keyboard. Then we're going to go to frame number 10, and we're going to turn it all the way up. Turn the gravity all the way up, hover our cursor over top of it, hit I on my keyboard. We'll go to frame 20, and you can probably get the idea by now, but an easier way to do this is to go and make sure it's on 0 or 1 or whatever it is, and we'll hit I, and then every other 10 frames. So instead of 30, because 30 the gravity should be back on 1. On 40 it should be back on 0, so we'll go to frame 40, we'll right click our timeline, and then just hit I over top of gravity. Then go to 60, I, 80, I, 100, I, 120, I, 140, I. Now we'll go back to frame 30, and then we'll change it to 1, I. And then we'll change it, but we'll go to 50. Turn it all the way up to I, turn it all the way up to 1 and hit I. You get the idea at this point most likely. That was just so we didn't have to go back and change it back and forth every single time. Made it a bit easier for the 0 number. Hopefully that just made sense. We'll go ahead and go to all these and turn them all up, hit I. The particles are doing some really crazy stuff up there at the moment, I know, but we can fix that in a second. You can see now that we have this really cool effect, you can see they're kind of like churning and stuff like that, but this is too fast. So we'll go ahead, go to the beginning of our timeline down here. Let me open this up a bit so you can see what I'm doing. We'll double tap A to make sure we have all of them selected, and I'll hit S to scale our keyframes up by 2. I hit 2 on my numpad, and we'll scale them up by, maybe not that much. Maybe about right there. Looks good. We'll hit play. See what it looks like. I still think it's too much. Let's go back to the first frame, scale them up some more. A little goes a long way, you know what I mean? So I think what the problem is, let's scale this back down. I think what the problem is that we have too many of these keyframes is what it is. So yeah, I think that's what it is. So let's go ahead and get rid of every other 1 gravity. So that the first 1 gravity will go, and then this one right here. So every other 1 gravity. So this gravity is on set to 1. This one was, so we got rid of it. This one needs to stay. This one needs to go. This one needs to stay. This one needs to go. This one needs to stay. All right. So now we have something like this instead. Yeah, that's much better. All right. So that looks really cool, and we have this really awesome effect now. The only thing I want to do is a couple of different things here. I want to go to the physics tab and turn the damp up just so slightly, and the Brownian to up to somewhere around 0.1. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll play. Yeah, much more controlled with the damp. The damp makes it looks much more controlled and much better, in my opinion. That looks pretty cool. Now what I want to do is we'll go up to the source in our particle tab here, and we'll change the distribution from jitter to random, and the emit from face to volume. So that's pretty good. All right, so that looks good like that. I love it. It looks awesome. Now what I want to do is we will close all that because we don't need it. And now for our render, I will just go ahead and add in a meatball. We'll hit Shift A, add in a meta ball here, and we'll add in a ball instead of anything else. We'll hit G and move this back behind the camera because I don't want to see this giant thing. And then we'll go back to our particle system, scroll down to render, go to render as, change this from halo to object, and then go to object. Oop, not extra. We'll go to object, change the instance object to meatball, and now you can see we have this big glob of a mess here. The way we can fix this is we go down, we select our actual meatball here, and we'll go to the this tab right here, this fourth tab from the bottom, and we'll change the resolution view and the render view. You can see how this makes a big difference. So we'll go ahead and put that on something like 0.05, I guess is fine, and the render should be on the same thing, so 0.0. We'll do 0.03 for this since I want to be a little bit more high of a quality. So that looks good like that, and the threshold we can turn down or up depending on if we want it to be bigger or smaller. I want it to be a little bit bigger actually, so we'll turn it up to what is that? That's so close to 0. Whatever that is right there. It says it's on 0, but it's not actually 0. So whatever that is right there. Very well, that is actually 0.1. So that's 0.1. Yeah, 0.1 looks fine. Yeah, we can do that. And now if we play this, you get a little bit of lag, but that's fine. We have this really cool looking particle effect here, and what I want to do, oh, that looks so cool. What I want to do now is get a little bit of a color going on in the material for this guy. I don't think this goes up enough, so can we actually make this shoot up? Velocity, if I turn the aligned Z to 5, it should shoot down, right? No, it should shoot up. Okay, so that is the right way to go. All right, let's turn that to 2 and see what it looks like, because it's going down a little bit more than it's going up right now, so maybe that's a little bit of a problem. So instead of 2, we'll do 0.3. See what it's like. I just want to go up a little bit more. I think that's a little better. We'll grab our light, change it to area, change it from rectangle to square, and turn the size way on up. I'll hit Shift D to duplicate it and move this one a bit closer. We'll go ahead and take a look at that. I want to grab our Mball, this material really quickly, maybe like a blue. Like a nice blue like that. That's nice. Specular all the way up. Roughness almost all the way down. Specular tint almost all the way up. Almost halfway up, sorry. Sheen all the way up. Sheen tint almost half, like I said before. Clear coat all the way up. Yeah, sure. And we will go ahead and turn a little bit of metallic on. I don't like the metallic. Maybe a little bit of subsurf though. So a little less than half subsurf, and we'll also grab this base color and drag that onto our subsurf color, and then in our render tab we'll turn on subsurface scattering. That is going to be it for today's tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next tutorial, but until then, bye bye.